Alright guys, welcome back to Outdoor Instinct. Today I'm showing you how to replace a knock on a bow fishing arrow. So this one got cracked off and you're going to need to break off the rest of the knock in order to replace it. So what I'm doing is I just take a pliers, grab it, and then you just twist the arrow and it should break off the rest of it. It might take a minute to crack it off. It comes off in pieces sometimes. And then you're just going to want to try and take off the major chunks of plastic with the pliers. So there, now you can see there's still some plastic pieces on there. And then you take a knife and you just kind of get those chunks off of there out of the way. I know they always say cut towards your buddy, not your body, but you gotta do what you gotta do to get off the pieces. There, and that looks pretty good. There's no chunks of orange plastic on there. So now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go and get some replacement knocks. Try and make sure that they're the ones that will fit through your AMS slides. Because if they won't, then if you break your AMS slide, you'll have to take your knock off in order to put a new one of those on. So, and they're the knocks that slide onto the arrow, not the ones that slide inside, because these are solid arrows, not hollow. So then you're going to take some super glue here. I use the Gorilla super glue. It's not the Gorilla glue, it's just Gorilla brand super glue. Don't want the stuff that foams. You just want normal super glue. And try not to get this on your fingers because it does dry instantly on skin, they say. So, and last thing you want is to glue yourself to something. So you're going to put a bunch in the knock and then push it onto the arrow. And then just hold it on there a minute. Try to align it with your stopper. So that way it will be the right, your stopper will be up when you're going to shoot. And try and have some paper towels around to wipe up the extra super glue. Don't worry about the excess on the arrow too bad, because that's not that big of a deal. But you can just take a paper towel and spin your arrow on it to get rid of all the extra on the arrow. And then just be careful when you're touching your paper towel, not that all of a sudden you glue yourself to it. Been there, done that. And then you're going to want to let this sit and dry for a good amount of time, so that way that glue has a good chance to cure and harden. And if you break it off again, it's not that big of a deal. You just glue a new one on. And I can show you again, I got a couple more arrows here that are already cleaned up. They just need glue and a knock. So you just take your knock here, put some glue in there. And I always tend to use more glue than I need. And then you just push it on there. And I've been doing this and it seems to work just fine. I've had no troubles with it. They hold up just fine. But like I said, just make sure that your knock is lined up with your stop, so that way your stop is up when you're shooting, not that it's sideways, because then you'd have to break it off and redo it, which would be a waste of time and material. And once again here, glue in the knock. And then you take and slide the knock onto the arrow. Give it a nice little spin. Wipe off the excess glue. And I just picked up these extra knocks at Fleet Farm, I think, or maybe Shields. They don't have to be anything special. Just trying to make sure they're the skinnier ones, not the wider ones, because your AMS slides won't fit over the top of this. So just try and make sure that you get the narrow ones, not the wide ones, because I did end up buying the wide ones at first, and yeah, live and you learn. But that's all for today. Have a good one. Good luck out there. See you on the next one.